TV. And if you want to see, touch, and learn about snakes, you either got excited or you went, whenever you heard that, then you'll have to go to Mississippi Museum of Natural Science. They are hosting World Snake Day coming up this Friday, July the 14th. And our favorite, Miss Nicole, is joining us to tell us a little bit more. Hey, Nicole.
Hey, Rebecca. I like your new blues song. That's pretty cool.
Oh, I appreciate that. That's all Rhino's magic there for that. But when you talk about snakes, you talk about it with a level of excitement that you hope others gain too. So we should all appreciate our snakes, right?
Absolutely. And I put it this way, when I was a kid, I used to be really frightened of them. And part of it, I lived at the base of a place called Rattlesnake Mountain.
Wow.
Yeah, for real. And, a lot of people had, I wouldn't say a respect for snakes. They had a fear of them, and they taught me a lot of their fears. And so for a long time into my adulthood, I was somewhat uncomfortable around them. Well, time goes by. I started to work in places that had reptiles, and I started to learn that a lot of my fears were things that were like old wives' tales or things that just were not really true about the animals or their nature. And the better educated I got about them, the more respect I had for them. And it really changed my relationship with wildlife, with even how I planted my gardens or did things in my own backyard. It's a mind-changing event to get accurate information and to develop a healthy respect and admiration for these animals, and it's a wonderful thing.
Because not all of them are there to be potentially dangerous. Some are very useful in your yard or in your neighborhood, and knowing the difference can really help keep the population of other nuisance or, I guess, rodents out. I'm learning a little bit along the way, Nicole.
Yeah. Well, I like to say all snakes are good snakes. And, sometimes you'll have people say, well, they don't think that. Sometimes they'll say to me, and I die a little on the inside when they say this, it's like, oh, only good snake is a dead snake. And I'm like, no, that's not true. Snakes have a role in the environment. They do eat things we don't like rats and things like that. We have some snakes that eat other snakes, like speckled king snakes. They're actually immune to the venom of venomous snakes. But all snakes have a role in the ecosystem, and we just need to know how to be good neighbors with them so everybody lives happily.
And then one good way is, like you mentioned, through education, and then even that just being a cool event, World Snake Day. I mean, this is something safe and neat for the kids to get out and sort of learn. I think that unhealthy fear comes from probably parents or older adults just trying to instill with kids it's better just to run than to mess with the snake, no matter what it is, just in case. And then that probably translates into adulthood. So this is a good way to learn your P's and Q's when it comes to snakes.
Right, and it's a good way to do it, especially if you have had some fears or concerns, because all of these animals are going to be spread throughout the building with volunteers, museum staff, herpetology professionals, all around, so that as you walk through the building, you're getting a chance to meet those animals and meet the people who are working with them and who can represent them well. So you're going to get really great information. For many years, we had the amazing Terry Vandevender. He was our keynote speaker for it. Terry has since retired, and we will miss him, but we're very fortunate in that we have a wonderful person, Emily Field. She's our state herpetologist. She works with us at the museum, and she's going to be there giving lectures a couple of times throughout the day about how you can tell your venomous from your non. And that will be in the theater, but the snakes will be throughout the building. So that way you can kind of move and flow at your leisure to see all the neat things there.
I also see here where if we have Boy Scouts or Boy Scout leaders listening, then this may be something they would be interested in.
So Boy Scouts have the reptile and amphibian badge, and we've actually set up some of the activity stations throughout the building to meet some of those requirements. So that's going to be kind of a neat thing. So just by coming to the event and visiting with the exhibitors and doing some of the activities there, you are meeting several of the requirements for that badge. That would be pretty hard for you to meet on your own. So that's kind of a great thing.
That is kind of a good thing. Good thing to know and for them to spread the word. Maybe they can come as a gang and have a full and fun day there at the museum. There's still several weeks left to summer, so folks are still traveling. Nicole, remind us of all the other great exhibits and things you have going on there.
We've got so much going on, and I'm so tired, but it's so great. So Snake Day is this Friday, of course. The following Friday, because, why not do another event exactly after another one? It's called the Water Journey Festival, and this one it's so much fun. It's all water-based education, but done in the most playful way you can imagine it. Like, you're going to make bubbles the size of human beings, and we're actually going to learn the science of bubbles and waters and how that comes together. We're going to do activities on water content and macroinvertebrate studies. I mean, it's so much, and it's so much fun, and it's entirely playful. And that one, if you happen to be a Girl Scout, that's part of the water journey, which is one of the many journeys that Girl Scouts have. So it's so much fun. We have way too much fun with that one, honestly.
And I'm going to mess up the name, but your monster one, say the P word.
Permian Monsters is our exhibit there, and I love it. It's life before the dinosaurs. So we're looking at things that are about maybe like 300 million years before the dinosaurs came around. And of course, when the kids see it, they're like, "Oh, it's a dinosaur exhibit," and I'm like, "Yeah, sure."
Well, I saw that you took a photo or you laid down with one of the frogs. So my daughter is really big into frogs right now. That's all she wants to talk about, learn about all the things.
Yeah, that's the Fun Friday. Yeah, that's the Fun Friday. So the July 28th, that Fun Friday is amphibians past and present. And the Permian has this amazing representation of amphibians, and they're so much beyond what you can imagine today. The largest one, the Etrops, he's about 6.5 feet long.
Imagine him hopping up on your back porch when you shut the lights off to go to bed.
Oh yeah, that'd be a little daunting, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but you might have less mosquitoes. I don't know. I hope they eat them.
I know, it's so fun. I got one of our artists to ask him to draw 2 scale models of the Permian amphibians, and then of course we've got actual skeletons of them. They're in the exhibit, and we have living amphibians. We have bullfrogs and salamanders and stuff like that. So this one's going to be, we sometimes know our past by understanding our present. So it's going to be fun to look at these creatures which have 2 lives, the life in water and the life on land, what they're like today, and then kind of looking at that in our past too. And it's kind of trippy.
Well, going back to the fact that this Friday at Mississippi Museum of Natural Science is World Snake Day, and Nicole, if someone's listening and they're not going to be able to make it to the museum that day, is there information on snakes or something fun they can print off or have at home to?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. On our website, there's a lot of information about venomous snakes, like things that you can download and access. If you walk into the museum, like any day you're visiting, we have those little brochures to hand out about it too. We also have recorded lectures from Terry Vandeventer on our YouTube channel, which you can look for about World Snake Day. We did that one during COVID, but it's wonderful, and it's really informative about Mississippi snakes. We have about 55 species of snakes here in our state, of which 6 are venomous, and Terry will tell you all about them in a recorded lecture. And this is something we do all the time. Snake Day is our constant recurring event, but regular reptile education is something we do almost every day in some form or another.
Because we should learn to be good neighbors with our snakes, not treat them all as evil. Correct?
All snakes are good snakes.
All snakes. I don't know if I will say not all snakes should be dead snakes, and we should learn to be good neighbors with all snakes. How about that?
Yeah, we can all be good neighbors. We can all be good neighbors. I'm going to get you there. You're going to be the biggest fan.
I'm slowly getting there, Nicole, but with your help, and I appreciate your time, and we look forward to the next event you guys host.
All right. Thank you, Rebecca. Y'all have a great one.
All right, stick with us. We got more for you coming.